Flight Boss, bitch, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of Terry's Moon. I'm not Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. That's right. And right now, I want to talk about why you should not share your dreams with any old rinky-dink ass motherfucker you be around. All these motherfucking low vibrational ass motherfuckers that you be around, do not share your dreams. And don't ask like, alright Dolo, Flight Boston, how you know if someone's low vibrational? How you know if someone's doing this? How you know if someone, motherfucker, look around. Your friends, your family, you know what I'm saying? The people, your siblings, your kids, it don't matter. If they ain't watching Archangel Uriel, if they ain't spiritually inclined, if they ain't consciously aware, then they share the possibilities of being a motherfucking agent. So you need to know that. And what's an agent? You gonna understand that throughout this video. And for the most part, throughout this video, you also gonna get a clear understanding on why sometimes it is important to move away from your goddamn area that you live in. Get the fuck away from the monkey ass people that you around every day. And not just the people, the area and the location itself might not support your energy. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to help you understand why sometimes you see certain people getting from point A to point B a lot better than you can in the same neighborhood. So let's break this down. Now I know you see the title. It's called Don't Share Your Dreams / Body Snatchers. Body snatchers. Now, hey, we're going to get into this motherfucking shit. So before we even break this motherfucking shit down, why you shouldn't even share your dreams in general, we got to break down what the fuck, how the fuck the dream orchestrate in this realm of reality. Because everything is a shape and form. And if you created it, it's one of your creations. So it's a form, a thought form, it's some type of shape or form. It might be a lighter body, a light body, but it's still a shape and form. So we got to break down what the fuck, how to dream orchestrate in this reality, and then we got to break down what the fuck is a body snatcher, and then we got to bring everything together on why you shouldn't be sharing your dreams because there's body snatchers out here. So let's get into this shit. What is a dream? Now we know what dreams are, but how do they work? How do they orchestrate in this realm of reality? How can you see it? How can you visualize it? So check this out, right? Check this out. Now, your dream is like a cloud, right? It's like a light body. It's like a cloud. So, for the most part, your dream is filled with information. The light that you give it, the information, the feelings and emotions that you give it, water. The thoughts and the ideas that you give it, air. The creative aspects that you give it, fire. The ability for it to rise and transcend and transform and move through the astral realm also. You know what I'm saying? And then you can see the earth aspect the more time and experience you put onto it. So it can start to take shape and form in your life. But when it's in its lightest version, it's the aspect of the fire, water, and air first. So for the most, before it becomes earth into this physical realm of reality for you to will it here. So just a dream is this a cloud mixed with light, fire, misty, water, and air. So it's floating around the astral realm, just accumulating dust, accumulating particles, accumulating shit from other areas, aka accumulating other ideas and other imaginations to it. So when you got a dream, right, or an imagination, right? Now, this is how you decipher if you have a strong dream or if you have a weak dream. Now, when you start to speak your dreams, express your dreams, talk about them, show people, you know what I'm saying, express it in some type of way to know if you got a strong dream, right? When you speak it, you bring that cloud down here. Now, if it's a strong dream, it creates a fog. So when people are in your fog, they can't see things clearly. They only see what's in that fog. And that fog is your cloud. What's in that cloud? Light, information, imagination, and dream. So the thicker the cloud, the thicker the emotions and feelings and the thought patterns in it, the more that other people will be consciously aware of this dream. So when they step in that fog, they're like, okay, yeah, I can see this dream. If it's a weak dream, that means when you speak it or say something, it comes down as light. People don't even need fog lights. They can see right through it. So it'll play out in ways like people criticize it, shoot it down, or something like that. Or it may play out positively sometimes. You may manifest or attract someone to try to help you add more fog to it. They add their dreams and imagination to it because they can kind of see where you might be missing pieces or missing certain things. So they might want to add to the cloud to make it foggy, to make it more imaginary. So how you make your dreams strong and make it real foggy and cloudy for it to get ready to rain down on this realm of reality, right? Is the more you take your dreams and imagination and harbor on it. Keep it inside yourself. Add feelings and emotions with it. Express it. Keep it in your internal realm. You stand in your own dream, not letting other people dictate or decipher your dream. So when you do release it, or speak about it, it comes out very strong, aka in a fog. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't harbor time on it without no other influence. A weak dream would be like something you don't really think about. It's just something you think about from time to time. 9 times out of 10, people who think like that be thinking about other people's dreams and what they've seen on TV and commercials and shit or computer. But for the most part, it's something you really want, but you don't really put your energy into it. You may got certain responsibilities in your life that take your mind off of it and shit like that and all kind of shit. So for the most part, it's a light dream. So it's not a dream you're harboring on or taking any action on or thinking about more throughout your day. More your day and your energy throughout the day go towards other shit besides that. So when you do speak it, it comes down weak. It's like you can see right through it. Nobody need fog lights or anything of that nature. So that's a weak ass cloud. That cloud might not never rain down or become heavy enough to take a shape and form into density and shit like that, or other people to add their imagination on it. So that's how you know how the dream is orchestrating in this realm of reality. It works like a cloud. Now, so remind you, anytime you dream and speak it, you bring that cloud down here. That cloud is no longer up here. When you don't speak it and keep it within, you let it travel in the astral realm, and you let it collect from spaces and astral travels based upon where you directing it. The moment you speak it and bring it down here, you allow others to shine light on it. And some people make that cloud go away and make it a sunny day, because your cloud may be just a rainy day for them. And them utilizing their ego, aka their sun, to shoot that cloud down will create a sunny day for them. Here's where you get those type of people who like shooting people down, or people who get a kick out of, you know what I'm saying, speaking negative about people who may not be logically there but have imaginations and shit like that. So they feel good by shooting another. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't even necessarily have to go that far. This may just be a person's natural nature to do things like that. You see what I'm saying? So it could be a person's natural energy to shoot your shit down just because you got a cloud. And if a person is wrapped up in what they know how to do and what they like to do at the moment, you trying to kick your dreams and imagination at the time may not be relevant. Just like you might be in a studio with a person. So, but it's this person's studio. So right now they're shining and they need time to formulate what they're going to do. So they don't have time to be listening to your ideas and your dreams, because you would be somewhere better if your dreams was working in the first place. So you see what I'm saying? So they sitting there like, man, they about to shine and do things. And the moment you start to kick your dreams and imagination, they might be like, man, not right now, man. You might need to work on your shit. Write your shit down a little bit more before you get in the booth. Now, they took their sun and shot your cloud away. And to them, it became a sunny day because they got to handle what they need to handle without no interruptions. And in an instant like that, that person is actually right. So I don't want you to get lost in the fact that people can only play this thing out in a negative way. There's situations where this play out positively, where a person have to shoot your cloud away because your imagination and dream may not be up to par at the moment. So keep that in mind also. Now, cranberry juice, I love it. It be crushing everything. Now, for the most part, when you talk about now let's get into the body snatcher part. The body snatcher. I gotta light up on this one. Now, what is a body snatcher? A body snatcher is a fourth dimensional being, right? That's what a body snatcher is. And let me make sure, because I wrote this shit down, because you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I get into one thought, and I can't even find the paper I wrote it down on, so fuck it. I don't even give a fuck. Freestyle, you know that. Y'all know I freestyle anyway. A body snatcher. A body snatcher is a oversoul. An oversoul that rule the location and space that you are in, for the most part. So for an example, an oversoul is a fourth dimensional being. Now, a fourth dimensional being is just a level of life above you. That means that was a person who lived here and died from the third dimension and was born in the fourth dimension. So they're in the fourth dimension, but they still live in the same area. They still live in the same location and space you live in. It's just you in the third dimension. They're in the fourth dimension. You see what I'm saying? But fourth dimension got a little bit more access than this dimension. So in our dimension, we would perceive them as an oversoul. But in their dimension, they're just living their life the same way you live your life. But here's what you need to understand so you can break it down a little deeper. This is why when you go to certain areas and different locations, you feel different. Let me break it down for y'all 3D terms, because y'all think I'm getting too far out. Y'all think, oh, this nigga smoked too much, so he's lost. Okay, I'm Archangel Uriel. I'm the Earth Angel, so I know how to break everything down into y'all motherfucking reality, right? So put it to you this way. Let's use LA for an example. Now, LA, when you go to LA, you feel the presence. You feel the energy. So it's like a gang banging type of energy or culture. Even if before you even get to the colors and what people are gang banging, the energy itself, you feel a sense of vibration. So that vibration get trickled down to the people who are living in the third dimension now. This is why the government end up working the way it works in that area, the structure, the neighborhoods, and this is why every different city and state, government or location or neighborhood is orchestrated slightly different. And then once you get to a larger aspect, you can do that with countries now. Once you get to a larger aspect, you see what I'm saying? But it all starts with the area, location, and the space, and the beings that was there that preceded them. So think about if you go to LA, right? Now you go to LA. So now, for an example, a body snatcher, that's like an oversoul, fourth dimensional being. So they already rule the government and the system of that space. So if you come over there in LA having dreams and imaginations that don't resonate with that actual space, then you're going to see signs and representations on why that won't work in this space. All right, for an example, you go to LA. Say you a person who got dreams to have some 24-inch rims on your whip, right? Now, in LA, you're going to feel the presence. So for the most part, you're going to catch small increments of it. The first parts you're going to catch is, man, I don't know if I should do that here, though. This might not be right, or do it here, though. But then you're going to say, fuck it. Now, say you actually get the car with 24-inch rims. A person, the body snatcher or the oversoul is going to play through a person, place, or thing to rob your ass and take the motherfucking rims that's 24 inches on your motherfucking old Chevette or whatever the fuck you put it on. And it's going to take that motherfucking shit to remind you that that motherfucking dream and idea don't resonate with this authority in this space and location at the time. So your ass going to start formulating ideas like, man, I don't even live in the right area to have things like that. I got to move in another area to have shit like that. AKA, you got to move in another space in a location where the oversouls resonate with that kind of motherfucking energy. Because the where you was just at don't resonate with those kind of fucking dreams. So it's going to remind your ass. So this is what you need to understand also. If you live in a specific space or location, if you need to go along with the motherfucking energies regardless of what you're doing. For an example, and if you're going along with the energies, the oversouls or the motherfucking body snatchers will give you a positive outcome. Now, what do I mean by that? For an example, if you live in LA, you could be a motherfucking preacher, but you got to be a motherfucking gang-banging ass motherfucking preacher. You got to be a gang-banging ass preacher. Otherwise, your motherfucking words ain't going to come across well and be as effective as you want them to be. You're not going to come across as many people as you want to come across. Your church ain't going to be as fruitful as you want it to be fruitful because you're not presenting yourself in the actual energy of the location of the space. And that location of space is ruled by the oversouls that live in the same space that you live in, just in another dimension. Because they have died from the third dimension and moved along in the fourth dimension. And a lot of their family members still participate in the third dimension before they got there. So a lot of their family members carry on the same duties and obligations that their great-grandparents carry. Their grandparents, their parents, and the great-great-great-grandparents carry. You know what I'm saying? That whole family been in the police force. Whole family been into law and the judicial force. You know what I'm saying? Whole family been in the government. So now you're starting to get the concept of what's going on. So, you know, they family members that didn't die and went to the fourth dimension, they still live in the same space and location. They just was born and living another life, but still in the same space and location. So that same space and location still resonating with the same energies. This what I be meaning by your city is being hovered over by spirits. But spirits is always in bodies. These spirits is in a fourth dimensional body. But the fourth dimensional body has ruler and authority over this realm. So in there, just like you got ruler and authority over the two-dimensional world, because you are a third dimensional body. So you got ruler and authority over your inner body. The two-dimensional world is the inner verse. That's the inner verse. So you got ruler and authority over that inner verse. You see what I'm saying? So your outer verse is what's outside of you. So you are a universe, and in your inner verse, that's your two-dimensional world that you control, and then your two-dimensional world control your one-dimensional world. You see what I'm saying? Your one-dimensional world is all your single-mindedness, all your single direct thinking, all your true to your natureness. You see what I'm saying? And then you have to look at that once you go above levels of life. Now you go to the third dimension, and then we're root, and then the fourth dimensional body of us, which is our higher selves, rule the third dimension aspect. But in order for you to understand that, the only words I could put it in or explain it is like shit like oversoul, body snatcher, or shit like the motherfuckers that rule your space, or the people who have died from the third dimension and got born in the fourth dimension, but they still live in the same location in space. They didn't move somewhere else. We're all on the same playing field, just in different dimensions. That's what you need to understand. So this is why different areas and locations have different. This is why the Bloods in New York is very different than the Bloods in LA. Different spirits, different. They're in a whole different space and location. So the whole different idea and structural system about it is different. You see what I'm saying? Now let's get to why you shouldn't share your dreams. Now this is why you shouldn't share your dreams, because see, like I said, anybody who don't watch Archangel Uriel who's not spiritually inclined, they're liable to be an agent. That's what you have to understand. They're liable to be an agent. So when you bring your dreams down and speak it, right, it plays out into shapes and forms into other people. And when they add light, for an example, you could just speak something into the world, right? And say you in an area and a location that don't support your dreams and imaginations, right? So once you speak it, and you could just be to yourself and speak it, it could go out, right? And once it accumulate all the dust and elements and particles in the space that you are in, aka the information that reside in that space that predated you, you will end up getting that thought back. You'll end up getting that dream back, and you will start feeling less about it. You'll start feeling like, oh, it ain't really as good as I thought it is, or that ain't really a dream I really need. Yeah, you goddamn right. These motherfucker spirits out here that added information to that cloud, so when it got back to you, now you don't feel like it's even a dream anymore. They killed your shit, shot your shit, body snatcher. They jumped into that shit and destroyed it and crashed it somewhere, because they don't those dreams don't resonate, don't fuck with them in their government and how they correlate the land that they up under and how they've been doing it for years. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you talk about when you tell your dreams to especially people who are around you, like low vibrational people who are into the world. And you will know a person who's into the world because they're into life. They don't know anything for themselves. They're in constant need for external representations of what's actually going on. So that's how you know that's a person who's lost in the world. And that can go through anything: spirituality, educations, religions, whatever. But for the most part, that's how you know when a person is lost in the world. So when you start to tell your dreams to a person that's lost in the world, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to make sense to them. They're gonna find something to doubt. They're gonna find it how it may not be capable, because these people are ruled up under lords, up under these lights, and these lights only got information of showing them what could be done in this realm. So if you talking about a dream that you have and it don't appear like it could be done, or it don't appear it could be possible to the person that's lost in the light that you are around, then it's very important for you don't even tell this person your dreams. Because the moment you tell a person like this your dreams, right, now they end up having ideas on it, and then they start to add thoughts, aka air, emotions, aka water, to your cloud. So now your cloud start getting destroyed, because here's what I said. People who are not consciously aware and they enter the world, they share possibilities of being agents. Now these lights and these lords we up under, all kind of spirits come into those lights and play illusions and take shapes and forms of things. So a person who is lost in those things, they don't know what's coming to them. They blind. They just as blind as anybody else. So for the most part, entities could work through them to shoot your dream down. You see what I'm saying? So let me break this down into a physical form, right? Say you finna get income tax. You finna get income tax. Now you telling everybody what you about to do with your income tax. You telling everybody. Now you around a bunch of low vibrational people, once again, who don't watch Archangel Uriel, who don't be consciously aware of shit, who ain't spiritually inclined. So right, you around all these people, right? Now you telling them everything you about to do with your income tax, right? Now, for an example, now since you spoke it out, now that light is accumulating in a bunch of shit that it don't resonate with right now. So when you get that cloud back, when you get your income tax, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to do shit that you dreamed about to do with that shit. You're gonna find a bunch of situations or problems that popped up right before you got it. And it never fails. It ain't gonna never fail. You see what I'm saying? That's because you spoke your dream into a realm of reality with a bunch of elements and spirits that don't fuck with that shit. That's why you have to be careful who you telling your dreams with. If you ain't around no people, places, or things that resonate with things that you like to do. For an example, when you around low vibrational people, right? That means you around people who y'all just telling each other y'all dreams, but y'all ain't helping each other with y'all dreams. Y'all not adding on. Y'all, you see what I'm saying? You're not expressing. Y'all just expressing to each other what y'all want to do. But neither one of y'all are adding on. Y'all just once y'all leave each other, y'all go by y'all day. Both of y'all go by y'all day. You know what I'm saying? About y'all day. So for the most part, that's a person that you don't need to tell your dreams to anyway, because they're not in the same vibrational frequency as you, so they can't add on to you anyway. So you'll be wasting your breath, wasting your time, and wasting your energy, and then putting your dream out in a realm and leave possibilities for other spirits to jump in and work through the people, places, and things that you are around to stop that shit. You see what I'm saying? You might have had spoke something, and then here come your friend or your family member calling you, and now whatever they trying to have you do is preventing you from actually doing your dream now. And remind you, they might not even know that's what they're doing. They don't know that they're preventing you or stopping you from your dream, or they don't know they're being a roadblockage or obstacle. But just because you spoke it out in the realm, these higher entities will work through any person, place, or thing, any light form, any type of sigil or whatever. It will work through these things to create a circumstance to block you from your dream getting carried out. So that's why you need to understand why sometimes it's even important for you to even move out of this area and location that you're around. Because the spirits that hover your city might not resonate with your dreams and imagination. So every time you go out and try to do your dreams and imagination, these spirits work through people, places, and things to either shoot it down, to create doubt, to make you look at it like it's something that can't be capable, or you know what I'm saying? These spirits know what the fuck they doing. You got to understand that shit. This is your life. This ain't something you need to, and that's how you know another person who may be lost in the world and lost into the light, because they hear something like this and then think that they need to give this into somebody else's hands. No, your life is in your hands. Ain't nobody gonna help you do your dream. Ain't nobody gonna come down. Ain't no spirit gonna come down and put your dream right in front of you and be like, look, this is what you need to be doing. So every moment, every day, every second, you waste your breath on saying, I'ma just wait because something is gonna show me. It ain't nothing gonna show you, and you just gonna be waiting. And you need to know that. Until your ass get in your own bag, into your own power, and show the universe and show God that you actually got some strength yourself, then God will give you all the power you need to carry out your duties and obligations. But if you sitting there waiting, you ain't got no power. And God don't like working with somebody who ain't got no power. And that's what you need to know. So if you giving your power away, just know you ain't giving it to God. You giving it to some other thing that's playing God. God need to see you have some power first. Then once God can see that you a person who know what to do with something in your hands, then God can feel a little good and feel a little better with putting something in your hands, because God can see that you might be a little responsible. You can handle this. The moment you start saying, "Oh, I'm away," and something gonna give me the sign and this, that, and that, what you telling God is you can't handle it. That's what you telling God. So God is gonna make you wait a little bit more longer until your ass can handle it. And some of y'all might not ever handle it. So that's what I'm saying. You got to get the fuck out of this shit and don't let these motherfucking body snatchers, because what you might be thinking in your head that's stopping you or preventing you or making you think you need to do this before you could you need to do this in point A before you could reach point B and C. Whatever you think that is, you need to understand that it might just be a motherfucking oversoul or a spirit that's hovering over your city, trying to play some type of government role. So you need to understand that, and you need to go fully within yourself so you can receive the right messages, so you can know and have clairvoyance, So you don't be walking out here in someone else's cloud, in someone else's dream and imagination. Now you got all these feelings and emotions and thoughts and ideas that somebody else gave you. So you ain't even got your own life. You ain't even got no time to experience your own self. And you just used as a battery. So, we need to be careful that we not used as battery cells placed in the electronic city that we are in. Flight bus, bitch. Goddamn air.